kind of a unique kitchen build for us. You and I kind of go way back.
We do. It's
so
almost 15 years, maybe.
15 years.
Yeah.
So to actually have the opportunity to work on your home was really kind of an honor for me. I'll tell the audience, you actually used to be my boss.
I did. Yep.
So you had to put up with me, and you took me through a lot of learning in real estate and new home sales, and now doing kitchens. I've always done kitchens, but you've always been a part of that as well. So so tell us a little bit about what we did here for you.
Well, ironically, we actually had this kitchen designed with another company prior, and then when we reconnected with your company, it was awesome to look at what you guys provided, and we redid everything, and we were so happy of how it turned out. Obviously, we were more of a modern styled cabinet, so with the Euro lineup, we were really excited about what you guys could offer with this product.
And you've always been kind of a modern guy. You always like that modern look.
I know. It's that's kind of our style. You'll see with kind of the clean lines and the black and whites that was something that was really important to us, and you guys just knocked it out of the park.
Thank you. We like that. And then we actually connected. There's kind of a unique scenario with this home site and how we got reconnected. We were at the Marshall Fire event.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this area and what happened through this area.
Yeah, this was back December 30th. It was 3 years ago. The Marshall Fire came through this neighborhood, and it really took everybody down. And with Remington Homes, who was our client, we were able to help 150 families rebuild their homes in this area. And I was privileged enough to let them help us get this home built, and it's been fantastic to reconnect with all the community here.
And as the fire ripped through here, there was a lot of devastation, and we actually wanted to be a part of that Marshall Fire event so that we could offer help, get people discount cabinetry in their homes and help people rebuild. But this is a brand new build.
Yeah, it was a good partnership with HCI because the volume of construction going on and your guys' ability to provide us quick turnaround on cabinets and have everything in stock was, super critical to us being able to help get these people back home sooner.
Yeah, there was a lot of work to do up here. So to get people back to normal, which still kind of not quite. We got a lot of building around us here right now.
Yeah, it's still there, but well, soon enough we'll be done building.
Well, take us through the kitchen. Tell us kind of what your thoughts were on kind of the design of the kitchen.
My passion in this house is cooking, so this is my domain.
Okay. You and me both?
Yes. Yeah. My wife and my kids are not allowed in here when I'm cooking, so kind of the central, with the stove and the big drawer banks here, this was really imperative. These are awesome for all my pans.
Yeah, you got huge drawers around.
They're real deep, can get stuff in there. So that was really an awesome design that you guys helped us with. We've got obviously all the spice racks in here.
Oh, look at that.
So it really turned out awesome with that. There's a sheet pan here.
Yeah, we've got sheet pans there.
Yeah, so that
Killer stove.
Killer stove, that's my pride and joy here. You guys were able to customize getting, flush to the ceiling, which was really kind of an important piece with how you guys built out the top with the trim.
And that was different because the cabinet manufacturer that you had a little bit taller cabinets.
They did, yeah.
So we actually did some panel work, and Dawson, my son, took care of the installation.
Yeah, he did an awesome job kind of creating that finished look on the top there. So it was really impressive how you guys did it.
And it looks really sleek. I love the fact that we put in the light rail. Everything is flush with the flush paneling that goes all the way around. So really, really clean lines.
We did the built-in trash over here.
Okay, so you have trash pull out.
We did the nice built-in microwave in there. So it's super functional. I mean, this kitchen is just how we lined it up with where its stuff's at. It just makes it really functional.
Yeah, nice and clean. Good distance between the island and the main kitchen area. Hood. It's always great to have a hood, especially when you're burning stuff in here, right?
Yeah, that's the wife.
I like to cook on really high temps, so I tend to create some smoke in there. So.
Yes, I would agree with you on that.
Yeah. And then you actually used a different quartz material. So
we did a little more of a pattern on the island just to kind of break it up. So you had kind of more of the real clean back here, and then we did the pattern through the quartz.
I like that. It really kind of sets the island off, and then you did the waterfall edge. And your kitchen matches your dog.
It does.
So
black and white's kind of a theme around here.
Yeah,
so.
Little kind of tuxedo look, right? Is there anything in this kitchen that you would have changed?
I can't think of much that, we were like, oh shoot, we shouldn't have done that or this or that. Yeah. One thing we did do, which is a complete mess in here, but I'm glad we did put cabinets in our pantry here.
Okay.
So it's kind of a mess, but this was actually really nice to be able to put you know, stuff in here.
Right.
So
you got kind of the tuck away zone, and we're seeing that actually happening quite a bit, that people, they call this the dirty kitchen.
Yeah, this is what this is. Yeah, this is why there's a door here. So,
exactly. So as you have entertaining and things going on, you can put things away.
Yeah.
And that's actually probably one of the hottest trends going on right now is the dirty kitchen or the butler's pantry, if you call it. So.
Yeah. So we're, rather than just doing all shelving in there, I think you were giving us some ideas to just put a couple base cabinets in there.
Right.
We got kids' stash treats all away and stuff like that. It's not just, you know, stuff everywhere on the in the pantry. You guys did awesome, so that's just a refrigerator panel, right?
Yeah, so we actually put paneling back there and finished the back of the cabinets nice and cleanly.
Yeah.
And that's where we're having a really good installer and getting the joints and everything put together really makes a big difference. And Dawson did a great job there. So he does a lot of our high-end remodel and new construction.
Yeah.
And he loves European cabinetry, so it's his favorite to install. So came out really, really nice.
The level of craftsmanship that he put on this house was impressive, because it's a hard material to work with because it has to be straight and clean, and he did a great job.
Yeah, he's a little bit of an engineer mind, so he gets the lines, and being 26 years old, he does a pretty fantastic job. So let's talk a little bit about the fact that you didn't want to do a shaker and you wanted to do a Euro kitchen. And the Euro was pretty new for us at the time. We actually had to bring this in kind of semi-custom.
Yeah, we actually had originally designed this house with a shaker style, and it was black and white.
Okay.
And I think we went to your showroom when we first connected back with you, and you know, I think I was like, well, what's that? And then you're like, oh, well, we haven't actually released this yet, but we're bringing this Euro line in. And I'm like, oh man, like this, all of a sudden my eyes got really big. I was like, this is exactly our style. And I just, it really just, it hit me because of just how clean it is. I love the matte finish. Right. The shakers are great. We love that style, but more glossy, you know, a little bit different texture. And with the matte and the clean lines and how these turned out, it was a no-brainer that we wanted to switch. I do remember you kind of getting excited when you saw this in our showroom. And then we were talking through it, and the great thing about the matte finish is it doesn't show the fingerprints, and especially you have two young girls. Yes.
So they're touching
their hands are over everything.
Over everything. So especially with black, when you look at the black shaker, that can show a lot of the fingerprints.
Yep.
And then if you get into the matte Euro, it really kind of takes it down and it hides a lot of those fingerprints. So good call there. I think that's going to make it look a lot nicer for the long run. Yeah, for sure. We loved just the quality of the drawers. I mean, I load these things up with super heavy stuff, and the boxes they're great with the soft close, and just the quality of that also hit me was these things are going to last forever. Yeah, and we talked a little bit, I remember the first day, about the difference between wood drawers and the steel drawers. And we get a lot of people that don't like the steel drawers. And I'm a huge fan of them because they work so well. You don't have the expanding wood and contraction, so the drawers always work amazing. So something to think about in the Euro kitchen is steel drawers are pretty amazing and they last forever. And especially if you have young kids and they're pulling on them and beating on them, and with dogs sometimes they'll run into them. They are very, very durable and they hold a lot of weight. Yeah, everything just ties together so well. So good call on the Euro. Thanks, man. Thanks for talking us into it. You bet. I don't think I had to. No, you just had to show me. You kind of loved it. Yeah. So awesome. Let's take a look at the bar. I want to see that. All right, one of the things that we worked on design-wise was this bar area. Yes. And to really showcase, Amber likes a little bit of wine. I guess. Yeah. It was a vision that we had, and we kind of took a vision we had, and we used your guys' design team to help kind of craft the finished product of this. Because this was going to have cabinetry at the beginning, and then you took the cabinetry out and then put the glass in, which I think that's such a stunning piece. And to make sure that have the hanging bottles and everything, you did a great job with that. And it's kind of a multi-use area. You got not only the wine and cocktails, but you also have a really cool coffee machine. Yeah. So you went a little upscale here. Yeah, we did this built-in coffee system here, and Dawson really did a great job trimming this out to make it look just phenomenal over here. And we use, I mean, this gets used several times a day, getting coffee and you know, just utilizing the space that we have here. Turned out great. Yeah. And we also trimmed out with these nice floating shelves up here. You know, we didn't want to do cabinets all the way across because we thought that may be just a little busy, and this really kind of made these
this just kind of a nice clean element, but it also very decorative.
Floating shelves are getting so popular.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're looking at is actually creating shelves that actually have the lighting built into it.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes
That's
that
a great
little
idea.
element.
We did a nice built-in here with a chiller here. We also did some creative stuff. So we've got just some storage and trash on this side, and then we did a really nice ice maker built in.
Oh, having the ice maker, that's awesome.
So yeah, it was nice because it keeps it clean. You don't it doesn't have stand out with a big stainless front. So the nice cabinet paneling kind of just hides it. So
what a neat area. It came out really fantastic.
yeah, when we entertain and stuff, it's a cool area because of the dining here, and we've got kind of the beverage center and the wine and everything right behind us.
Good lighting coming in here. It's such a nice open bright space.
Thank you.
Came out amazing. This bathroom came out pretty nice.
This, I had nothing to do with the design on this. I wasn't allowed. So my wife was very...
Amber did work with me a fair bit on this.
I really didn't have a lot to say on this, but she did a good job. So we carried the Euroline into this bathroom. Again, similar theme in colors with the black and the tops here. A couple really cool things that you guys really helped us. Obviously, we have the sit-down vanity here, and she's got her makeup drawer here, so that was huge. And obviously there's a lot of makeup, but that was a really cool feature. The other thing that I didn't understand what it is that she wanted, but it turned out phenomenal, was her hair dryer thingy. And I don't know what you call this thing, but we integrated power in the back, and then you guys sourced this custom piece here for her hair dryer. So I guess that's an important thing in a bathroom for a woman.
Yes. It's nice to have it tucked away because I know in our bathroom we have hooks everywhere, and the curling iron and the hair dryer gets kind of hung up, and I don't like all the cords everywhere. It drives me crazy. So that was a neat little add. I think I'm going to add that. We're about to remodel our master.
Okay.
I think that's one of the key things. Yeah, isn't that cool? Get it all tucked away. You got the little canisters that you can put things in.
Oh, I like that.
And they're stainless steel, so if you put your iron in there, if it's still hot, it's still safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, something to do there. And then I love the clean lines of the mirrors with the sconces. Those look amazing. So
yeah, this bathroom it turned out great. I mean, I don't have very much stuff in my drawers, but we have ample storage. With how you guys designed the drawer banks on these cabinets. So it really did turn out phenomenal.
Yeah, nice and clean. I love the way that the tub came out. The tile. I love how this texture goes from tile to tile.
The texture was great. The tile guy hates me because
I
trying
do
to cut that
that
tile is not an easy thing, but they did a
difficult.
phenomenal job.
Yeah, it came out really nice.
Touching that up. We kind of try to integrate with the rain head feature on the shower.
Yeah, that's a different looking rain head. Usually it's those big round ones.
It kind of looks like a pendant light almost, but we kind of integrated that through the design with the house.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the laundry room here. We wanted to do something specific. So you guys
actually the first time I've been in here, so
okay, gotcha. So, and then you actually wanted to create an area for each of the people that live here's clothes, right? So what'd you do?
Our normal laundry situation's a nightmare with 2 girls.
Okay.
So we decided we wanted to create a bin for each girl, and so that way, and me. So that way, when their clothes are cleaned and folded, we'll put them in here, and they can come pull their hamper, take them back, and,
gotcha.
And put
so
them
you're
away.
kind of doing that the backwards
We are,
way. This is the clean area, not the dirty area.
Correct. So
okay.
They've got hampers in their room. We'll clean them. We'll fold them, and trying to teach kids to have some responsibilities. We put them in here, and then it's their job from there to take them out. So we've got these 4 bins that we created for our family. So it was a cool idea. I think it turned out great. It really allowed us to hide a lot of the clutter in here.
Okay. I do kind of feel like I want to add more cabinetry in here.
Yeah.
Because for some odd reason I feel like in my brain it tells me I should put the dirty clothes there and I should have cubby units here for the clothes.
The version 2.0 we might be designing soon.
So I think that as we see that, because then you can see that your clothes are clean. So there's different ways you can do that, but thinking through how you use the home, and you especially learn that as you get the first year in the home, different things that we can do. So I feel like I want to put some hanging rods in here for you, and then some cubbies, and I think we'd be done.
I think we got a plan.
There we go. Let's get into this one. All right.
This is the bonus house.
This is the bonus house. So this is an ADU.
Yep.
over a garage.
Yeah, so we're in the
four-car
back of our property.
Okay.
We have this is the detached garage is below us.
Gotcha.
And then the town of Superior where we live allows for, in this specific neighborhood, allows for accessory dwelling units or ADUs.
Okay.
The goal of this is to allow family to come stay for a week or two.
Because your parents will come up.
Yeah, we want people to come see us and hang out with us.
Okay.
And have a place to live and feel like they're not intruding on our, normal living in our house here. So we designed 800 square feet that encompasses a kitchen, bathroom, laundry, and a bedroom up here, so people could come hang out.
This would be a great time when the kids get older too, because you might be able to just move them in here and charge them some rent too.
Now we're talking, yeah. So we kind of, on the design with HCI, we did more of that farmhouse style in the back here. So we did the really clean, the white shaker lineup in the cabinets here, and they turned out fantastic. The quality of these is just great, with the soft closed, all the dovetail drawers, construction. They're really great cabinets back
So
here.
really kind of same quality. This is an all plywood box with all the soft close and everything. So really makes for a nice clean installation.
Yep.
And is very, very cost effective. We put this white shaker in about 80% of our projects. So it's kind of our best seller.
Yeah.
And it's timeless. That's the great thing, is white is always going to be timeless. I've been doing white kitchens now for 30 years. It never really goes out, even though there's trendy stuff happening. But for the most part, it's a great add to a home.
Yeah, we kind of, the clients that we work with in our builds, this is our #1 selling cabinet with you guys. It's just a timeless piece, just have the clean lines and the great crown that you guys use on these. It really finishes out fantastic.
And it's a low sheen too, so it doesn't show the fingerprints,
Right.
much like the matte. So
Right.
very, very nice. And we do a lot of your home, because you build hundreds of homes a year through Remington.
We do. Our client, they've actually switched their entire company over, and it's been a phenomenal partnership. The cost was one of the factors, but honestly, the quality of these things it was night and day difference than our other
Because you wanted to
manufacturers.
save some base house costs as well as kind of spin the wheel a little faster.
Yep.
So
Yeah, the other thing that we've learned the hard way with other vendors is if we're finishing a house and we bust a door or we're missing a part or something like that, I mean, it's 6-8 weeks and we got customers moved in and we've got cabinets that aren't finished, and that's not how we want to finish it. So being able to swing by and grab a door, something like that, it blew our mind that was something that we could do and switch over to.
in most cases, when we get an email from you guys, we have the necessary parts that same week.
Right.
So, and you guys need it to happen fast, so we can hear the urgency in the email, and we get it out there as fast as we can.
Yeah.
So not always perfect, but we do the best that we can.
That's construction, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing ever goes perfect. There's never been a perfect house, but the ability to fix things and get the homes done for our customers was, something that we had to change because it was just becoming a problem with other vendors.
Well, Nate, we really appreciate you letting us see your house. I love the fact that you guys have been able to kind of get moved in and really start to enjoy the space. It's always an honor to work with families and to see how they live after the fact. So really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Dave, for taking us under your wing. And, this house turned out, it was our dream home. You guys knocked it out of the park. And
came together.
You really touched us in a different way. And the service and your team and delivering this home was amazing.
Awesome.